I wanted to share a story about a case I recently was involved in, and it has to deal with sovereignty and also our rights as sovereign, national, and independent North American tribal nations. And so I have a story about the case took place in April 19, 2012 in Newport, Oregon. There wasn't an article written about it. It was written by a friend of mine, and it says that it set a precedent case in as far as court system is concerned, and I ended up representing myself in a case where it was the people in the state of Oregon versus Dine, also known as Emerson Joe. And how I come to my name Dine translates back to Tudachini, Dine, and that means bitter water. Tudachini, Dine Enschle, Ani Bashish Chin, is a Shandashiche. And translation, that is the bitter water people, born for the folded arms people. My late grandfathers are of the descent of Manuelito, is for the Pitani clan, the folded arms people. On my maternal side, I have a grandfather by the name of the late Yellow Hair BiKeyah. And originally from Tseye, Canyon du Chay area, and Spider Rock, White Ruins area. And married my grandmother, and they went through the long walk, and many stories there, but they made it to Pinon, where I come from, and born and raised out under the BiKeyah. And that is how I come to talk to you this day. Thank you for listening to this story I have to share with you. It's about a license that was issued to me. I was sharing about the case I recently won in Newport, Oregon. The case is the people in the state of New York versus Dine, also known as Emerson Joe. Back in 2007, the delegation, the Lakota Freedom Delegation, went to the Capitol in Washington and renounced and unilaterally withdrew from the United States. And that's how I had come by this card that I have here today. And it's an international passport and a driver's license. Well, how I have the card is that I understood from my uncles and people who have been in the struggle for human rights and native sovereign rights and independence, which have been our fathers and our grandfathers, our grandmothers and our mothers, and they have struggled to keep our culture and our identity. Well, along with that is to be involved in the politics, where this was done back in 2007 by turning in a letter through the Lakota Freedom Delegation, and it was done with the late Russell Means, Gary Rowland, and Dwayne Martin Sr., and Phyllis Young, and the delegation, Lakota Freedom Delegation, and they went to Washington. This is just my interpretation of this history. I didn't attend this myself. I have been told this through my uncles, and they did a press conference, but during this presentation of this letter to the Secretary of State, they did a press conference, and where Chinupa of the Strongheart, now the Strongheart Lakota Warrior Society, Chante Tinza, is this is where he got recognized for cutting the Social Security card or the driver license, and doing that there, as I understand it, is a way of declaring independence and renouncing your citizenship to the United States of America, and so he made this. From there, they got recognized and got recognized by the International Parliament, and through there's a particular document that is written to the President, or the Honorable Grand Chief, Dr. Patrick Saracen, President of the League of Indian Nations of North America, North Bay, Ontario, Canada. I have received your kind letter dated of December 28th, and I thank you very much for all documents of your Honorable League. With much pleasure, I enclose Presidential Decree of Accreditation and Recognition in favor of your League of Indian Nations of North America. With my congratulations, for your information, Indian Sioux of USA have realized the status of independence against government of Washington. Therefore, said Indian peoples have printed personal passports, driver's license, etc., etc., etc. With my best wishes for a happy New Year 2008, I remain yours cordially, Messenger Senator Victor Busa, Lord President. Right? And this is from the International Parliament for Safety and Peace. And it's dated Palermo, January 9, 2008. It's from the International Parliament for Safety and Peace. It's written to the Grand Chief Patrick Saracen in the League of Indian Nations. So on this card I have here is a number. And it says 13-032. And it says International Passport and Driver's License, Lakota. It says my name, Nine. P.O. Box 4, Pinon, Arizona. It says whatever it needs to say there. This is for them. This is for the white man or whoever needs some type of document to identify themselves. I'm telling you, I'm Twitchini Denenshle, and so I don't need to identify myself for myself, but for you who need something. This is for you, not for me. To realize that I know that I'm free and I have a loyal title to the land here, and I've always been here, and I don't need to buy no rights that I'm already entitled to. I'm a national, I'm a sovereign, I'm independent. I have this Lakota International Passport and Driver License number 13-0/32, made out from the Lakota Independent Nation, with the diplomatic immunity, and the exercise of this license is authorized by international law, United States treaty law, and the 1969 Vienna Convention on Treaties, with no restrictions. And it says that a diplomatic passport, a driver license, the rights to hunting, fishing, all the above. And this is the passport and driver license I was traveling with. This is the only card that I have traveling with, and I knew that it was validated by the United Nations and the embassy. It was recognized in countries overseas, and to the International Treaty Council, and much work of many leaders who have been activists long before me. And so I have this passport because the Lakota are the only nation that recognizes their independence from the government of Washington. And my nation here says I'm from Dine, BiKeyah. So in the legal court system, I am documented through the court system on the record and validated as a Dine, BiKeyah nation, free and independent, and I brought it up in court, and I fought for it in court, where they tried to charge me for false information to a police officer. What I wanted to say is that the Lakota Nation, since 2008, have been the only nation to recognize their independence according to paperwork and the International Parliament. That's when they gave out this letter and wrote it to the President and of the League of Indian Nations of North America. But they said that they recognize the status of independence against the government of Washington, and therefore have printed passports, driver's license, etc., etc. And that comes from the messenger and Senator Victor Busa. That was from the International Parliament. And then it goes on to say through these paperworks that the good brother Chanupa Gluha Money, also known as Dwayne Martin Sr., took this and got it recognized through the League of Indian Nations of North America, the International Parliament of Safety, and it has a registration number of 032, which is here on the card. And the League of Indian Nations of North America is like our embassy, right? It's like our... So we have all these documents, and the seat in Canada, North Bay City, is this League of Indian Nations of North America. And it's also recognized. We have recognition from all these places where you gotta be recognized as a nation, as a republic, as a tribe, as a sovereign, independent status people. And what they mean by distinct people is what they call a nation, okay? We say in our own languages, Dine, and I say Dine BiKeyah, Dinetka, Nabecho, Digin Dine, Dotishne. I say, we are the people of the earth, also the surface people. We are the holy people. We are in some distinct way a people, which is in turn to a tribe and to a clan, where we have lost our clan system, and our grandmothers and our elders have been left out of the system, and they have lost their places in the matriarchal system. And we know the government doesn't work for us. The US government is not working for us. That's how the Declaration of Independence came into being. Well, this is the Declaration of Independence means that the people declared independence from the empire, and this is what they say is the Declaration of Independence. We adopt the Constitution of the Iroquois Confederacy. Well, that Constitution is still in place to this day. They still have a fire, a central fire, and I'm here in Kanyakahaka with the people of the Flint. I'm here visiting with the people here, and the Wolf Clan, and the Turtle Clan, and the Bear Clan. I acknowledge them here in their territory, in their homeland. I thank them for letting me come and visit with them and sharing their stories with me and their knowledge, and giving me tobacco blessings to take home back to my people and my grandmother. She's an elder. She's the oldest member out of the clan. She's Bitter Water Turicini. Her Christian name is Marie Yellowhair. In Dine, her name is Asa Bitsichetsoa. And I have some white eagle feathers to take home to her now. And bless her with more knowledge. She sent me out here to the Dine, from the Dine people here, with blessings and this story to come and share with the people of the Flint and the clan mothers, to give them hope again and faith that maybe somehow, some way that we can unite back at these fires and get back to our way of governing before we lost sight, okay, and put the two-row wampum back to where it should be recognized. And we need to hold the government accountable. We need to declare our independence, which I was sharing with you. The Lakota is the only nation who has a Declaration of Independence. Declaration of Independence Lakota. Declaration of Independence Kanyakahaka. Declaration of Independence BiKeyah. Declaration of Independence Cherokee. Declaration of Independence Apache. Declaration of Independence Modoc. Declaration of Independence the people of all nations, indigenous people. And I am sorry that it has been a long time we didn't have the answers as myself, as an advocate of my life every day for my human rights and my right to being here. I've been trying to find where the answers lied, and this is what I have to share this day at this time, and I gladly give you this information that is rightfully yours. It's your right to know. I'm not charging anyone, it's not for sale, it's your right to know that this is what we need to do. We got tricked by the beginning, that these people who were running to declare independence from their rule got here, and we made a two-row wampum with them, and they didn't respect it from the beginning. Through the trading of tobacco and the guns and the war that we're still in today. So the genocide goes on today. If we don't stop it and get out of this system is how this came to be. Getting out of the system, the Social Security Administration system, the IRS, and the way you do that, you can do it legally, or you can just simply stop using the number. But if you don't do something about it legally and sue the people who are making the thousands and the millions and the trillions and making a bigger debt off of your name and your number, as a child you were barely breathing, they gave you a number. They said, hey, what's this cute little baby's name? Well, we didn't know that they were going to attach a number to us when we named the baby in their hospitals, in their care. But I didn't see no government official there. There was a nurse there, and they brought a piece of paper in, and they said, give the baby a name, and I guess we applied for Social Security through the SS5 form. And that's an application for Social Security. And from that day on, it looks like we signed a contract. Well, now, at this time, and at this day, I can tell you that because of that SS5 form, I'm a citizen of the United States. As much as I think that I'm a sovereign, national, independent with rights, I'm lacked and I'm restricted because of the Social Security number that gives the federal jurisdiction, it gives the state jurisdiction, it gives the local jurisdiction of the city or a town jurisdiction, and the right to prosecute me, the right to to punish me, the right to tax me. And I didn't know this. I didn't know this. But again, I'm very glad and honored and proud to be able to tell you that I figured out that it's in this number system. And it's the number of the beast, the mark of the beast. It's a social security number. And District of Criminals, Washington, D.C. And I'm going over there, and I'm personally rescinding from the Social Security Administration and the IRS to withdraw the also known as Emerson Joe name and number from the government system and the scam and the fraud that they have done to my people. I have a grandfather by the name of Manuelito. They made him surrender during the long walk of the Dine. I'm very lucky to be here today and still alive. But thanks to them, I'm here, and in honor of them, I give this information because I know this is what they would want. To free the people. Yes, they will cut your benefits off, but you follow through. Don't lose heart. File court papers, documents, because they owe you more than the little GA check, more than the little food stamp check, a little more than the GA and all the little benefits that they call benefits. They owe you 10 times every year of your life. They owe you gold. They owe you silver, not the fake Federal Reserve money that we are all slaving over and dying over and killing ourselves over and going to war over. So, to my people, to the net, to all people, I share with you this information. It's your right to know. I didn't know myself. I'm the same way. I'm guilty of not knowing and being ignorant and not reading the law and letting a white man speak for me. And I don't want the white man to speak for me because look what it's done, but caused destruction to my land, my homelands. And then I got government people now, my own relatives, uncles, aunts, brothers and sisters who work for the federal government, who work in the tribal government. And they are adopting to this system. I'm not here to fight you. I'm not here to be a violence to the system. I'm here to give information to the people that you withheld and withhold every day that you go to work, every day that you get your federal check. The code you have to live up to, the color of law and authority, the tyranny that you swear on the Bible, on this black book to uphold, to suppress and oppress the people, when you know that we as Indian people, as a people of this land, of this earth, that we are not supposed to have anything to do with the Social Security number. That was meant for them. But I don't see any of them offering up any of this information